Hi guys, this is Syed Ahmad and today in this video we will be seeing the tools that we have in our modify panel. So let's start with the first tool we have here is move. So by using move tool you can move your object to a specified distance in any direction. So let me show you with an example. Here I will draw a line, and now if I want to move this line, first we need to select this line and then use move by clicking here, or you can go with the shortcut M and press enter. Then specify the base point and then the destination point wherever you want to move your object. Next tool we have here is copy. So using copy you can copy your object to any specified distance in any direction. So again select the line, and then to select copy you can click here or use the shortcut CO and press enter. Then specify the base point and then the destination point wherever you want to copy your object, and you can make as many as copies you want. Next we have stretch. So using stretch you can stretch your object from one place to any specified distance. So let me show you with an example. Here I will draw a rectangle, and now I will select stretch by clicking here or using the shortcut S and press enter. Next select the side of rectangle which you want to stretch. After selecting, press enter and then specify the base point and then the destination point till where you want to stretch in any direction. Next we have rotate. So using rotate you can rotate your object around a base point in any angle. So all you need to do is select the object, then to select rotate you can click here or use the shortcut RO and press enter. Then specify the base point, then rotate your object to a specified angle. For say here I will type in the value 45 and press enter. So now my object is rotated to 45 degrees. Next we have mirror. So using mirror you can create a mirror or mirrored copy of your selected object. So first select the object, then to select mirror you can click here or use the shortcut MI and press enter. Then specify the first point of your mirror line and then the second point of your mirror line, or you can just create line like this, and then it will ask you to erase the source object or not. So here I don't want to erase, so I will click no. Next we have scale. So using scale you can enlarge or reduce the size of your object. So again let's select the object, and then to select scale you can click here or use the shortcut SC and press enter. Then specify the base point and then specify the scale factor till where you want to enlarge or reduce the size of your object. Next we have trim, and you can notice an arrow beside trim. So actually here you have two options, that is trim and extend. So first let us see what does trim do. So here on this edge I will just stretch these lines, and now if I want to cut these extra lines, all I need to do is just select trim by clicking here or using the shortcut TR and press enter twice. Then click on the lines that you want to trim and press escape to exit. Next we have extend. So using extend we can extend our object and meet at the edges. So let me show you with an example. Here I will draw a rectangle, and this time I will turn on my ortho mode. Now I will just make a gap on this side. So now you can notice we have a gap here, and now if I want to extend this line and connect with this line, so to do that I can select extend by clicking here or using the shortcut EX and press enter. Now select the objects and press enter once again. Then place your cursor on the line that you want to extend and click once again. That's it, the edges are connected. Next we have fillet. So in fillet we have three types. So let me draw another rectangle here, and now I have a gap here. So to fill this I can select fillet by clicking here or use the shortcut F and press enter. Then I will select my first object, and then I will select my second object, and that's it, the edge is connected. Now let's go with the second option, and I will undo this using Ctrl Z. Now to select chamfer you can click here or use the shortcut CHA and press enter. Now here you have angle, so click on it. Now it will ask you for the chamfer length that you want to connect your lines. So here I will enter the length of 100 mm and press enter. Then it will ask you for the angle. So here I will type in 45 and press enter once again. Now all you need to do is just select the first line and then the second line. That's it. You have got your chamfered edge whose length is 100 and it has an angle of 45 degrees. Next we have blend curves. So to use this we will again undo using Ctrl Z and now select the blend curves by clicking here or use the shortcut BLE and press enter. Now select the first object and then select the second object. Now you have got a blend curve at this edge. So this is how we use all these three tools. Next we have array. So using array you can distribute the copies of your object in certain directions. So let's start with the first option we have here is rectangular array. So let's start by selecting the object. For say I will array this object. So let me move this and place on a clear space. Now I will select the object and then all you need to do is select the rectangular array by clicking here or use the shortcut AR and press enter. Now it will ask you which type of array you want. So here I will give rectangular and that's it. I have got a rectangular array and using these arrows you can edit your array. For say using this arrow you can increase the number of boxes you want in the row wise, and then using this arrow you can increase the spacing between the objects. In the same way column wise you can increase the spacing of the object, and with this arrow you can increase the number of boxes column wise. You can even edit by entering the value here and typing in the distance between the boxes. Then after editing all this you can click on close array. So this is how we use rectangular array. Next we have path array. So here what we will do is we will create a path using arc. So this is my path and let me draw an object. So this is my object and here I have my path. So now if I want to make an array distribution along this path, what I need to do is just select the object and then select path array by clicking here or use the shortcut AR and press enter. Now you can select the array type by clicking here and then it will ask you to select the path curve. So here I will select my path and that's it. My object is distributed to this path. Now I can even increase the distance between my objects using this arrow, or I can type in the values here and then click on close. Next we have polar array. So using polar array we can create copies of our object in a circular pattern. So let me draw my object first. Now I'll select my object and then to select polar array you can click here or use the shortcut AR and press enter and then click on the type of array you want. I'll click here polar and now select the center point and that's it. Your object will be copied in a circular pattern. Now you can increase or decrease the directions, or if you want to increase the number of items you can enter the value here. I will type in 10 and press enter. Now you can see we have got 10 copies of our object in a circular pattern. Next we have erase. So using erase you can erase the objects. So to select erase you can click here or use the shortcut E and press enter. Now if you want to erase this line just click here, click and click. Next we have explode. So using explode you can explode the objects that is in the group. So now if I want to remove this rectangle, naturally we will just select this object and delete, but here if I select this object the whole set of rectangles got selected. So now here I can use explode to explode all these rectangles into an individual rectangle. So to select explode you can use the shortcut X and press enter. Now all these rectangle will act as an individual rectangles. Next we have offset. So using offset you can offset the boundary of your object to a specified distance. So to select offset you can click here or use the shortcut O and press enter. Now type in the distance field which you want to offset your object. So I will type in 100 and press enter. Now select the object and then that's it. You will get the offset of 100 mm. So that's it in this video guys. In my next video we will be seeing the tools that we have in the annotation panel. So don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. It helps me a lot.